What's going on, everybody? It's Philly Sports Nation. It's my first video ever, so hopefully I can, hopefully this is the start of something great. I don't know how it's gonna come from here because I'm just starting. I don't know. I'm kind of new to this. I know I watch people's videos all the time, but I don't really have a path, and I'm just starting out. So if you guys could subscribe. I don't know what to say, but I don't know where to go. Um, so yeah, this is my first video, and as you can see, I'm wearing number 91 Fletcher Cox. It's the Eagles off season. It's been a very interesting first part of free agency. We're about a month away from the draft now, a little more. So there's a lot of talk about players the Eagles can get. Obviously we're still a month away, so there's a lot of stuff that can go on. We pick people up, maybe our plans will change for the draft. So you never know. So right now it's March 20th. And I gotta say I'm pretty happy with who we've gotten so far. Alshon. Alshon was a great pick. $9 million for a year, guaranteed. $14 million, depending on how well he plays. That's good. It's not too much. You don't wanna eat more than you can actually, whatever that saying is. The point is, you don't want to go too much. You don't want to go too far. You don't know if he's gonna do well, so you want to just give him a year. If he does well in a year, then after that you can extend his contract. We got Torrey Smith, who I think is going to play better than everybody else thinks. Everyone else doesn't think he's good because he played in San Francisco with like trashy quarterbacks. But when he was with Joe Flacco, he was great, and that's because he had a better quarterback, and Carson Wentz is that better quarterback, and he's going to do better than everybody thinks. I think he'll probably be tied with Alshon Jeffrey in ability. You guys might disagree with me. I understand that. And I thought at first, but I'm reconsidering it. He's excited to be here, guys. That's what matters. Okay? Dorial Green-Beckham, he doesn't even give a darn about football. All right? Nelson Aguilar, he tries, but he's just not good. Bryce Treggs, get out of here. I'm done with Bryce Treggs. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just now we have the weapons that Carson Wentz can use, and now we can be good. And this is it. This is the time. So now we have our two big issues coming into this offseason were wide receiver, cornerback, and I guess O-line, you could say too. Wide receiver is checked. We're done with that. Now, the only exception I could see is if Corey Davis or Mike Williams is either still available at 14, which I highly doubt. The other option is if we trade up to get a top 5 pick. With Howie Roseman can do that because he did it with Carson Wentz. The second pick got Carson Wentz last year in last year's draft. But this year we can also trade up again and get Mike Williams if he really wants to get a young wide receiver like that. Me personally, I'm kind of be upset because this is a defensive draft for us, but they're young and they're good, and that's they're young and they're very good players. Corey Davis is a huge guy. He has great hands. He's fast. He can make plays. Very good playmaker. Mike Williams has great hands, great physicality. They're both like Alshon. We have 2 Alshons on our team. One young and one to lead. One old and one to teach the old version of himself. That's going to be great. But, if we don't, it's fine. I'll take Torrey, Jordan Matthews, that's cool. And then, Sidney Jones, it's just a shame. He got Achilles tear, it sucks. That takes a long time to heal. So, I mean, if we want to test it, we can get him later in the 3rd round or something, and then when he gets off his injury, he'll start. I don't think that's a good idea. We should get somebody who we know we can use. Because Jalen Mills, as far as I know, Jalen Mills is the only starting cornerback on this team right now. And he's like a 2-year guy. He's very young. He's not amazingly experienced, but So yeah, Marshawn Lattimore, Gary Conley, Tease Tabor. There's people. There's obviously guys we can get. Running backs. That's a huge So Latavius Murray is pretty much signed. You know, Eddie Lacy's Seahawks. Latavius Murray's gone. And Jamal Charles is the only guy I really want. I don't want Brown. He's too, he's old. He gets injured a lot. Jamal Charles is the only guy I really want. And you could say he gets injured too, but when he's hot, he's hot. He's good, and he's only 30, so we could sign him to a 2-year deal. If we're looking to go long, or if we're looking to go down the road success, then sure, don't get Jamal Charles. But obviously, we probably should, because Alshon's not young either. He's 27, so that's not old, but it's not young. So my point is, we did Howie Roseman, good job. And my point is basically is that now we got ourselves wide receivers, and we can either go for running backs or cornerbacks. We only have one pick in the first round, so let's make efficient use of it. Thank you guys. If you watch this video, thank you. Spread my word. I also run an Instagram page, which most of you probably know. No, that's not true. But it's the same title as my account name, Phila Sports Nation. I do all 4 sports. I have about if you want to find me to get a closer view of try to find me, I have 2,200 followers. I run the account with somebody else. So if you watch this, thank you very much. And as always, go Eagles and Blue Patriots and Cowboys.